Hello, Chris. I was saying you were too quiet for a long time.
I'm,
Yes.
I'm not feeling very well. I have my toilet roll and my box of tissues,
Okay. Okay.
so
Hmm.
I have been quite quiet today. Um, you're
Yeah.
something we did a session last week, and it's kind of been working on me. And then you've mentioned the story about the Buddha and spitting on the Buddha. Um,
Hmm.
just something that I have an issue with is the criticism. Now, could you just
Hmm.
re-explain something about like accepting the gift and that kind of? Can you just go through that again? Because to me, this is something, yeah, being able to accept criticism is something that I know, or criticism is something that does trigger quite a strong emotional reaction
Hmm.
for me at times.
Hmm.
What was your analogy?
Yeah.
What were you explaining, that you should accept the criticism so that kind of you have it and you work with it and you are aware of it? Or should you not accept the criticism because then it still stays with the other person?
Can I
It's a very
add
good
something
question.
to that,
Hmm.
please,
Hmm. Yeah.
of what Chris said?
Hmm.
I think that when somebody says something to you, like in a
Hmm.
negative way, or is
Hmm.
criticizing you, you must be
Hmm.
aware that there is this mirror effect, that
Hmm.
people are like just saying things to you that they really believe they are that way. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
you, they're talking to themselves. So it's
Very
up to
good point.
you.
Yeah.
It's up
Yeah.
to you to believe what that person is
Hmm.
telling you, or just say, I mean, it's not my problem, it's that person's issue, so that person must work on that. I think that you
Hmm.
must be aware of that mirror
That's
effect.
very true.
Maybe,
You
yeah.
basically project your own your interior beliefs and wiring. Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, there are many ways of looking at your question, Chris. Um, First of all, it's a game of self-awareness. You need to really know. So, like I was saying, if your intent was really pure and everything you did was actually to for the best outcome, okay, and people still criticize you, it's fine. Now, it's really a game, okay. um, to me, I actually value the opinions of some people, and I don't value at all the opinions of certain people, okay. Now, sometimes the opinions of some people, or let's say in the hierarchy of your workplace, they are somewhere and their opinions are valuable, but actually I don't value that as well, okay. And it's really a game, in fact. um, to be happy, you actually need to accept criticism which actually will improve you, okay. So you really need to check the source. Is that person who's saying it, is it really worth listening to that person, okay. That's one thing. And if the person actually telling you something just to hurt you, then there's no point accepting it, even if it's constructive, okay. Now, to understand why people try to hurt each other, we need to understand something very fundamental to each one of us, and that's the need to feel significant, okay. Each one of us need to feel significant. That's why we do what we have to do. For some of us, it's trying to build a certain status at the workplace, let's say. For some of us, it's probably linked to the car we drive. For some of us, it's linked to our bank account. For some of us, it's linked to the way we grow our children, and all these things. So the need to feel significant is present in every one of us, okay. To me, I feel very significant when I help people. So the more I help people, the more I feel significant. That's my game, okay. And to me, it's very pure as an intent, so I'm fine with that. Now, there are some people who feel significant when they actually crush other people, okay. So if the criticism is coming from that kind of person, then no, you ignore completely, because unhappiness comes from overvaluing opinions of people. Yeah. So and I will tell you a secret. I've been so happy the last 2 years, possibly, and it's not linked to anything that happens at my workplace or personal life. You know why I'm so happy the last 2 years? Because I don't care at all. I don't care at all about people's opinions. Now, it sounds, you know, he doesn't care, you know, but it's not that, Chris. It's actually, I have the best intent for everyone around me, but it's just that I don't care. And you know why I don't care? I don't care because I have the best intent. I'm just being very self-aware. You know, I do the maximum for everyone. If they don't appreciate it, it doesn't affect me because I know what my intent is. If they appreciate it, I'm fine with that. It doesn't do a lot of things to me as well, but I'm fine with that. Right now, I'm talking to, I don't know, 14 people. Let's say 3 of you think that, you know, whatever Grace says is nonsense. You tell that to Dia. Dia will tell that to me. I'll say, you know, I'm fine with that. I really don't care. And I don't really care because my intent is very pure. Right now, whatever I'm telling you, I really want to help each one of you asking me questions. So whatever the way you react to that, I'm totally fine with that. You know, you need to be fine with positive things people tell you and negative things people tell you also. And when things work out in your life, well, you don't get carried away by that. And when things don't work out well, okay, pandemic, you're totally fine. It's like that. Did that answer your question?
Yes, and more.